We attack today's local and national hottest sports topics. I'm your host, Randy, and let's get after it.
Good morning and welcome to Let's Get It. I'm your host, Randy Dutkin, along with my co-host Marcus Bullock and Jason Bryce. Coming to you here on a beautiful Sunday morning. Got a little bit of warm weather kind of coming our way this week. Look forward to it. Got the All-Star game tonight for the NBA, the skills competition, three-point competition, and dunk competition. But before we get into all of that, talking about the first half of the NBA season, some little bit of baseball talk like usual. I like to see how my man Jay's doing to start it off. Talk about Archie Bradley, get things rolling.
I'm good. It's funny though. I was waiting for you to say good evening. I don't know why I thought it was good evening, but actually, you know what it is. Good morning. Hey man, I'm doing well. Definitely looking forward to this warmer weather. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking forward to the way my sinuses take time to adjust to it. So I hope if it goes warm, stay warm. Other than that, I'm doing well. Just looking forward to some good conversation, some good Philly talk. I'm coming around to liking him a little bit. I saw that Brett Harper. What's his name? Bryce Harper. He hit that monster shot. It was a monster.
You know it.
Oh, yeah.
That's not Taylor.
I knew you knew it. You know what I'm saying?
I let everyone know.
So, yeah, I know. So I'm looking forward to it. And, just good to be in good presence, good people, good fellowship on a Sunday morning, man. So good to be here. Shout out to, Chanel, she kind of feeling a little under the weather. So we shout her out and that you are better and get on the men's soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Marcus, how are you, sir?
I'm doing well. I had my first vaccine shot on Wednesday, so that just got me excited. Like, feeling like we're kind of like on the way. Like, didn't have. I was happy. I was a little worried. It's funny. Worried as soon as I got the shot. I'm like, I started feeling everything. I'm like, oh, this reaction, and then once I kind of settled down, I was like, my arm was a little sore, actually a lot sore for like that day and the next day morning, and then I was fine, no other symptoms. But other than that, everything's going well, man. Finished up the basketball season, high school season yesterday.
How'd I do?
We won yesterday. We finished 4-5. Rough start to the season, but we finished our last 5. We were 4-1, so it's good turnaround. But now, just on to the next thing, and but definitely happy about this weather I'm seeing for the week. So
I heard it's supposed to be really nice.
Yeah, we got 60s most of the week.
Really? Okay.
Sunny weather. Get out there. Get
I should wash the car. Like it's okay to wash the car.
Yeah, because it's funny because I was debating to wash the truck because it needs it. I said I'd give it a bath.
Yeah.
Randy, do you wash it yourself or do you pay someone to?
My arms aren't washed.
That's funny. But no, wait a minute. Now, do you wash it and then vacuum it out yourself?
No. I go over to Route 41 car wash.
Route 41.
Route 41 in Cherry Hill. Now they have a great deal. You can get.
I'm sure they do.
He's going to get that good deal now.
That's why I asked the question.
So you can go there. You can get a full car wash inside, outside, and oil change. $26.
Yeah, damn, but what kind of oil?
That's
too good.
No. We've been going there for years.
Really?
We've been going there for years. We're going there since I was 17. No issues with the car. Families were going there. They take care of good people.
What kind of oil is this here?
Regular oil. I mean, look, considering kind of could use no oil.
Well, I can't comment on that.
I can comment.
Yeah, you can. I can't touch that. Listen, where is Route 41?
It's called Route 41 Car Wash. It's right on Kings Highway in Cherry Hill. Like, where the Playdrum? Well, it's not Playdrum anymore, but
Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Ellisburg Circle area.
Yeah, right across the Ellisburg Circle.
Okay. Oh, okay, right there. Okay. Oh, and how much? $26.
$26.
Now, what if you don't want the oil change?
I don't know the price.
Yeah, you don't know.
I don't know. I go all at once. But
you must get the wash. You don't get no shine, no little hot wax, nothing like that.
No, I don't think to me.
This shit come out dull.
It's shiny.
No, it gets shiny though.
It does. Okay. And also, I feel like it's with the wax and all that. Of course, they want more for that.
Right. Do they unroll the tires? No.
Well, they can. you can ask.
Oh, but that's additional.
No, this
That's
is
not
this
what the
is
W6
this
is.
no, that's
Okay.
not what this is just your regular.
Yeah, it's just some soap right there. That's it.
Soap and water. Yeah. And then, no. They put it through the machine.
They just get the
air dryer.
They get the wash.
No, they put
I got
it.
you.
They put it through, and then, like I said, they got the inside with the vacuum. They're good.
It's not bad though. It's not. I mean, honestly speaking, it's not bad. For that little bit, it's not bad.
It's
But
not
But
bad.
I always like Armor Roll and you know what I'm saying, a little wax
And
and
how
stuff.
long does that really last?
It don't. Well, I mean, listen. It lasts for the moment you feel good coming out the car.
Well, you're right.
That's what it is. I don't want my shit looking ashy because that's how it look though. When you want to get no type of shine on it, it be looking dull. It don't look right.
Okay.
But you getting all changed, so that's a hell of a comment.
And it,
So I gotta give it up. That's
no,
a
I
good
mean
comment.
it really is.
That's a good deal. That's a good.
I mean, I enjoy it. We want more deals.
You know the owners there.
No,
You've been going there long enough. Damn, you've been going there since 7?
since I was 17. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't know the owners though.
You know discount nothing like that?
No.
Oh, okay. All right.
But it's always interesting to go there though too because like when I go to play, you have like that awkward area. You're all
Right.
waiting for your car.
Right.
I like to talk to people.
Right.
People just don't want to
Go ahead.
talk.
No.
Like maybe like I don't know, 2 months ago, guy had like a Sixers hat on.
Mhm.
I was like, what do you think about JoJo? He's like, not really a fan. And I'm like, oh, for the Sixers, he's like, I don't like basketball. I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
You know, like
But you got the hat
I'm
on.
sorry, your Eagle sweatshirt and Sixers hat misled me.
Right.
You read that situation.
Right.
No, I did. But speaking of basketball, we got the All-Star game tonight. Team LeBron versus Team Durant. I'm
excited.
You know what it is? I don't know. I always enjoyed that weekend, but I don't like the fact that it's all in one day.
Yeah,
I always got excited for Saturday night,
The Saturday
and I got excited, to specifically watch the three-point shootout, dunk contest,
Right.
the skills competition. But now it's like I feel like it's gonna. I mean, they're doing it before, and then the dunk contest is like 3 people in the middle at the halftime. So
And
I mean,
dunking.
oh man, I can bring that up.
It's Obi Toppin from the Knicks, Anthony Simons.
I thought it said Anthony Hardaway for a minute. I was like,
Anthony Simons from Portland and Cassius Stanley from the Pacers. I will say this: they all have balance,
Okay.
but it's still, and it's funny. I was talking to somebody about the other day. If Cassius Stanley does a dunk, and then it's going to be one thing, but if say I don't know anybody who has a name Paul George, any of these guys do the same dunk, it would be better because it's somebody we know. So
Right.
like it's just not going to have that same.
and even like I saw Zach Levine, who's like the dunker. He's doing a 3-point shootout.
He's hanging it up. The dunk contest.
Ah.
He said unless LeBron gets it, he's hanging him up.
Well, he just lost, right?
He won twice.
He won twice. Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
What was I watching the other day? It was
Can he shoot like that? Is his J like that?
Oh yeah, that's we're gonna get into that conversation.
Yeah. I'm like, is
because
his J like
I
that? Because
actually
somebody else is in there. Who else was going in there? And I was like, yo, Jay's not even like that. Who else is in the 3-point contest?
well, let me bring it up. Hold on. real quick.
3-point contest is Steph, Zach Levine,
Okay.
Jaylen Brown, Tatum.
Hey, Jay's not like that.
Well, I think the hard part about it this year is they want Bradley Beals in it. They want it to be all guys who are already there. They're trying to limit
Okay.
Who else?
I got you.
who else they're
Okay.
bringing
Okay.
inside that ball.
Okay.
So
That makes sense. Okay.
But I think this year in the 3-point contest, we can get into this later. But I think it's gonna be somebody that we don't expect to win.
Well, Donovan Mitchell was.
Yeah, I can't wait to talk about it because, I mean, who said something about him? Shaq? Was that Shaq that said?
Yeah,
Shaq's
Shaq.
right, man. Shaq's right, man. And he sometimes, I've been living by this code in this perspective that was brought to me from the I'll just call him I don't call him honorable, but this perspective was brought to me by Robert California. You guys don't know who Robert California is?
Are you talking about from the office?
From The Office.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
He said the flowers will always themselves.
And
it's like-
yeah.
I've taken it on. You know what I'm saying? So now Shaq made his comment, got a lot of bite back, but then you know what? Flowers always seem to raise themselves. His behavior the other night,
Right.
Terrible.
Did you
Terrible.
did you see Shaq on the wrestling?
No.
Yeah, he was
No.
like he was actually in it.
Yeah,
Like most of those guys when they go on, it's like they're just like
he
put
just
you in a
fought.
table.
Like yeah,
Oh, wow.
they threw Shaq through a table. Like he was going like he was
Wow.
an Undertaker or somebody.
Wow.
It was
wow.
cool.
Wow.
It was pretty cool.
Okay.
You know, yeah. I mean, there's a lot, like I said, to get into with Donovan Mitchell's behavior. Like even you know, and then you talk about Zach LaVine, who I just recently read the rumors about the Sixers looking at him.
You know what? I'm not sure. Who did Woj say that, or that's like some other site that's saying?
Coach has said it.
Oh, Woj
yeah.
said- I don't know. I hope too much though.
The other thing is, like I said, you got Levine. The other
Yes.
rumor. I know. I mean, now actually, and it's funny because one of the guys said the other day we were all concerned about giving up all these second round picks, and it was like, remind me how many second round picks worked out, aka Tyrese Maxey. You know,
Damn, see, that's what I'm saying, man. It's still early though. He's still a little baby, but he had a good game recently though. Didn't he have a good game recently? I think.
What is that?
I mean, even I've hit threes in the game, but we know I can't.
Yeah,
play.
I don't. Okay, I haven't seen that game. I don't. I'm sorry.
But you didn't see my 3-point.
No, because I'm just remember one time we played in a game.
I'll listen.
You-
Go ahead.
That's all right.
I know you can say it to the public.
You didn't score.
Oh.
Everybody
I
scored.
thought you were talking about defense on
Everybody
Jay.
scored it.
I thought you were talking about defense on Jay Jr.
No. I'm talking about when we actually played in a game with referees.
Oh, well, that doesn't count. It was a fun game for people.
But everybody scored.
The guy that never
That's
practiced.
what I'm
with
saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what he sure did, yo.
us. I worked up sweat. I had nothing in the stat sheet.
It's all good. It's all good.
But I mean, you know, it's when you look at the Sixers, you know, look at it right now, and look overall. Now they were talking about. I kind of want to do this now in this segment. They're talking about the main players for the Sixers. I want to go through the roster. You know, the top guys. What you would give everyone as a grade so far.
Okay.
So I mean, obviously, right off the bat, I would start with Joel Embiid, who I mean, you I think anything less than an A+ is not fair, or at least an A-.
Okay, I'm gonna say
He's A.
I'm gonna
He's
say
A.
A minus.
Yeah.
And here's what I think his play on the court
Yeah.
has been A+.
Absolutely.
But the fact that he's still taking these games off brings out of my opinion.
Right.
Because I think that's gonna catch up to them
Mhm.
at some point if he keeps doing that. Because I also think, and even though the playoffs get spread out where they're playing every other day, that kind of thing, he's got to build up his body where he can play. Like, and I don't, you know, but his play on the court is not. I mean, that's an A+. Like,
Yeah.
he's been great.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is, though, he's playing more minutes now, and he's playing deeper in the games than he ever has been before.
Mhm.
I mean, like we're talking, like even the other night with the overtime game, like Embiid from a year ago would never have done that. He wouldn't have had that stamina. So you can tell that he's cut back on the Shirley Temples, doing a little better on his body. I mean, so I guess we can all agree with like an A-.
I would say minus. I think that he does do that. I think the difference what you're seeing in shout out one of my neighbors. I think his name is Chuck Doherty.
Good dude.
Yeah, right. So shout out to him. He had a good. I think he had a host, if I'm not mistaken, when he talked about the difference of coaching, and I made a comment saying I've been saying that for years. Like, you know what? Listen. At the end of the day, you know what? Sometimes, you know what? The best can come out when you have good leadership. And I'm not saying that Brown was a bad dude. You know what I'm saying? But it's just his time had passed. You know what I'm saying? And I think now you're seeing Doc. I'm set on someone to say that he is the answer,
Right.
but he was the answer to move the next level. So I like Embiid. My only thing is, you know, I think I agree with the conditioning. Maybe it's still I want more conditioning where he doesn't have to take those games on. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think I give him an A-.
Okay. So now I'll go to Ben Simmons. I mean, my grade for Simmons, I mean, this season, I mean, you put the team together,
Mhm.
I'm going to give him a B+. And some people might think that's a little harsh. I just think that there's still that next level, there's still that next gear that most fans want to see, and the next level that we need to see from him if we're really going to be a championship team.
I think Simmons, I give him like a first marking period grade and a second marking period grade.
Sure.
Like that first marking period, that first part of the season, I would have given him like a C, because I didn't think he was, doing the things he's capable of doing that the Sixers needed to be an elite team.
Mhm.
Now, this second part of the first half of the season, I might give him an A- somewhere in there, because I think he's really starting to figure out what he needs to do and how to be more impactful on the game. And his defense, he's the best defender in the league. Like it's pretty crazy how he can do that. So I think he can continue playing the way he's been playing these last, 15 games. I think the Sixers got something going pretty special.
Okay, I'll let Jay. I'll let you give your grade, and I want to go back to something you said.
I like the B plus A minus, just because to still be able to perform and deal with trade talk. Many people in Philadelphia can't handle that type of criticism. You know what I'm saying? They go to a shell. They go and hide it.
And how you gonna still?
No, listen. I'm just saying, you know what I mean. So for him to be able to still hear all that talk and still persevere. No, again, I'm not even sure what you're talking about. I'm confused what you're talking
Any of our listeners know.
I don't know what you're talking about. But listen, he still was able to perform, and I think he had a setback. Wasn't he? He got hurt. Didn't he? A couple games.
Yeah, he was out.
He was out for a little
Yeah.
bit. So I think he had a little flow, and he got out, and the trade talk, and then just to see him after the trade talk kind of settle away, to see him really have his mind settled and continue to perform. I give him a B plus or something like that, A minus, somewhere in that range. Simmons is very critical. I like what he does, because he may not do the scoring the way that you may want, but he does so many other things well that make up for that. That's what I'm saying. It's like when we talk about not bringing him up, we talk about Howie Roseman. We have pluses and minuses. I don't want to talk
him up.
I don't want to talk
I'm listening. Okay, but
I'm sick of Eagles. They hurt me hard. They hurt my heart. I'm sick of them. No, see, listen. Don't listen. I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. All right.
But there's pluses and minuses. There's pluses and minuses. And I think pluses outweigh his minuses. You know what I'm saying? I think that's a good thing. We'll always be in a good position to win. You know what I mean? So B plus, A minus.
Going back to what you said, Marcus, do you think right now he's the defensive player of the year?
I don't think he'll get that recognition, because usually it's going to be a shot blocker or somebody like that.
Right.
But I do think he can impact a game. Because right now everybody say Rudy Gobert, but he scored
LeBron
40
say
on
Rudy
Gobert. Simmons scored 40 on Gobert.
Mm-hmm.
Gobert gets killed. I think, and I was listening to some podcasts. It might have been Zach Lowe or something like that. Gobert is the best help defensive player in the league. So I think that's a big difference. I think Simmons has more effect when he's guarding somebody, which I think is more impactful. I think he's the best player in the game, defensive player in the league. I don't think he'll get the recognition of defensive player.
I think matchup-wise, he can go against more people than anybody. With his length and his size.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But moving on, Seth Curry, what would you give him?
He's missed a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I think if we're just judging him based on the time he's been out there, then I would give him, somewhere in the B minus, somewhere around
Yeah, that's
there.
fair. I kind of sometimes lean towards the B minus because I feel like he disappears sometimes. But like you said, he's missed a lot of time.
He missed a lot of time. He had some COVID concerns. So, I think it's hard though. I forgot he was telling somebody, who was he disrespecting somebody. I think it's because he did. Oh, Paul George. Right. So the fact that he was disrespecting him and he wasn't scared to let him know what's good. Yeah, I like Curry.
Yeah.
Curry's all right.
I'll give him a B, but it might even be higher because I think, and we talk Simmons and how it's always not in the scoring. I think what he's done with the Sixers this year is giving them more space. So now people have to guard him, and the help isn't there, which is allowing Embiid to do a little more, which is allowing Tobias to get his a little more. So I think his impact isn't always how many points he's scoring or threes he's making. I think it's just being able to open things up because people have to respect that shooting.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, I passed over, but Tobias Harris, who I think has been fantastic, especially with Doc coming in, being able to play to his strengths. We got the Tobias Harris, who was an all-star, who I still think he should have been an all-star this year. I even think, now Mike Conley just got the spot in the all-star game. I was like, man, they're really doing everything to not give Tobias that spot. But I guess they're giving Jazz the respect for, having the top.
Well, that one had to be somebody from the West.
Yeah. Oh, that would have to be the West? Okay. All right. Because I thought when they split it up that they could have taken some.
It could be from – so when, they still have to have the same number from –
Okay, gotcha.
Just something that I think they're talking about doing away with.
Okay, yeah. But, I mean, Tobias has been fantastic. I mean, he's, right now the Tobias at people still argue and say, his contract doesn't go to his value. Or
Not yet. I mean, I think we need to see a little more.
Yeah, and people say, let's see what happens down the stretch, see what happens in the playoffs. Like if he brings what he's doing now in the playoffs, then he's absolutely worth everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd give him an A this year.
I'll go A minus. I mean, I think he's been great. I think he could move his way to an A with the play. It's all going to come down to the playoffs with him.
Yeah.
Because it's just like the year when Jimmy was here. It was like Tobias was playing well, and then that Toronto series came and it was like,
you ain't know where he was. Right.
So I think that's what's going to come down to him. But he is playing great. I think Doc's been great for him. And I think Jay, you always say like he's staying within himself.
In himself.
And he's doing the things that he does well. And I think that's another product of having the guys around you that allow you to do that. So
Right.
I think that's been good for him.
I have to give him to the A minus, maybe B plus, somewhere in that range.
Well, what's your A category? Is it A for you at 90 or 92 or 93?
Well, yeah, see, I look at it's funny. I look at it on the grading scale.
Yeah,
93 is the A.
Okay.
Yeah.
93 is the A. You know what I'm saying? 93 to 100, that's it.
Okay. All
That's
right.
an A. A minus is probably that 92, 91
Okay.
range, whatever, like that. But I'll be honest with you, like Tobias, I'm not sure if he's an all-star. I think if I don't know. I definitely know that he could definitely win comeback player of the year. Now, I think that's something that he could be in line for, you know what I'm saying? But all-star, maybe, I don't know. I don't know. I just like the way he's playing, and I'm happy that we're getting that type. He's definitely averaging about 20.
Right in there, yeah.
Right. So I mean, that efficiency and the way he's going about it, and to be able to kind of take some pressure off JoJo and Ben, and you know what I'm saying. I think for him to drive and then also be able to shoot the three, it's a good look. It's a good look. He's playing very well. Very happy for him. I'm happy for that one Long Islander on the team. There's another Long Islander that I am not happy about. I am not happy about him, bro.
So with that said, now going over to Danny Green.
Yo, it's like that song back in the day by Lionel Richie, Who He Looks Like. Hello, your J is what we're looking for. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, man.
Like,
He does,
bro,
He does.
bro, you look, you can't shoot. You came here and like you just can't shoot, bro. And to see the things that he does, it's not even the fact. I'll be okay with some of the misses, but it's the pump fake and then wanting to like lean in, and all the defenders is like, yo, dude, you suck. You ain't making nothing. So I found you. And then he'll go like this, and he'll flop into somebody, and he turn.
I don't know if he's hitting shots. He's not giving anything on the defensive end either.
His defense is like, you take that. They're not even respecting his J.
And without that's his whole,
That's his game. I mean, I guess he's a good defender. They say he's a great defender. But I'm like,
I just think he's past his prime.
Yeah.
I think everything's on the downside, and he's a good. And I don't know what kind of grade this gets him, but I'm sure he's a good locker room guy. He's been in multiple situations, multiple championships in different situations. I'm sure he can help in those kind of ways.
Sure.
I think his biggest thing, maybe unfortunately for him, that he's going to bring to the Sixers is his contract, because he's going to get traded. Because he makes some money, and that's going to allow them to
throw him in.
go get somebody else. So.
Yeah.
So what would your grade be for Marcus?
I mean, maybe I didn't have any expectations of him because of how bad he was in LA. D plus. I think it's been terrible.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm in that range. I mean, the D plus is even, I mean, to be honest with you, if I saw a D plus on my report card, I was like,
He's like, I am positively bad.
right by a C.
Oh, all the time. I was really
Giving him a D minus. You're barely passing. You're only passing because of that point you made. He's been on championship teams. You know he's a locker room guy. And plus, you're from Long Island, so I'm not going to feel it. You know what I'm saying? But, you suck, man. You suck.
That's
nice. You're a kind guy, man.
I mean, I also, like I said, I remember being really good at faking my grades back in the day.
Sure.
Marcus knows, Terry, at least we just get the interims.
Yeah.
So, and then if you had, I could draw a little line on the letters, you could fake grades.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
So I always knew, like, okay, if I got a B, change it to a B.
That's right.
Oh, you're doing great.
That's an easy change.
Right. So then I said, okay, I got 4 weeks to bring this up to a C. Because then I can justify and say, oh, I didn't do well on a test
Right.
or such and such.
Right.
Justify.
Right.
It was always about being able to not be grounded.
Yeah.
What you need to do, just for future reference, when you have kids, don't tell them you have the interims. So my parents were like, "Oh, how are your grades? Good. Oh, we don't have interims anymore." Don't do that.
Right.
So I would get the interim and know, okay, I used 2 up.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Oh, no,
I didn't have to face.
Listen, I was involved in the guidance office a little bit. So they knew it had a big circle of like, oh, and they always sent them on a Friday.
Right.
Whether it was a report card or the interim. You couldn't give it to me on a Monday so that by Friday you could ease up. It was like, well, not going out this weekend. But
I tried to change the grade, and I was successful at it.
yeah, I was very successful.
I was successful at it, especially when they used to in Catholic school. They used to they write in the pen and whatever. But this one time, I tried it. I don't know what I was thinking. I tried to change the C into an A, and I made it a lowercase A. And then I tried to erase it. Oh, it was horrible.
No,
It was horrible.
you got to do the D to a B. So like that.
That's not the D. It's the F to a B. That's what I did.
Or the D. I can do a D to a B. I was very good at that.
I couldn't do the. I could do the F to a B.
Because they had the written ones for a while.
Right.
Like it was, it came in a little brown envelope.
Right.
And then they transferred, to the printed out ones.
Okay.
So that one you could like the lead pencil and just
I
put a
got
line in there.
I got
But then let's get
you.
back to the Sixers.
Yeah, I got you.
So you know who I really love? Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard, I think, has been a great addition. The last few games, his leap, what he brought off the bench. The other night, he pretty much sparked that Sixers like the other night.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm giving Dwight Howard like B plus. So
Yeah, I was gonna say B plus. I think he's been very good, especially the last couple of games. I think he'll be another guy who, when it comes down to the playoffs, will that kind of is great. But I think his attitude, his role has been less than what it was in LA. He's accepted it fine, and it's still been like the joking, jovial guy that he's been all his whole career, which I think is pretty cool.
But the difference is that there's the joking, but then now you see like an extreme toughness too.
Oh, for sure.
See that way I think people were like you're joking, and then you're not really that tough though.
Yeah.
You're like soft, but he's like tough and still joke around whatever. So I mean I give him a B. You know what I'm saying? I give him a B. I think his practice is going to be critical. And I don't think that we fall. I'm okay if if Joe is hurt or something like that, and we have to use him. I'm okay.
Well, and speaking of that, I was going to follow that. Do you think the Sixers need to get another guy of size for the playoff run, or are you okay with having Dwight be that other guy?
I'm okay with him as the backup. I do like this PJ Tucker like that because
And that was
that's
saying.
more shooting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think they need another, not a center, but I think they need another guy that can play big defensively, but offensively can stretch him. I think
Right.
That, not like that.
Yeah.
Here's another interesting one. Front court mods.
mean,
I'm done.
yeah, I'm done with him.
I think everyone
I'm
is.
done with him. It's like, you know, he builds you up just to break you up. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, he's going to, what did he do in the locker rooms one time? And, he rang the bell or something like that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He is. And
He is what he is who we thought he was.
they all really thought they
They
were.
are. You know what I'm saying? Like, he gets a C from him.
That's perfect.
Yeah, I was ever going to see. Sheikh Moon.
Shake. I'll let Coach take that one. Shake, I'm big.
I'm gonna give Shake. Before this morning, I was looking at stats. I would have given Shake probably an A-. I'm gonna D. But here's why. He was better last year than he is this year, and I didn't realize that until I really looked at the stats and his percentage. He shot 43% last year. He's at like 33, 34 right now. So I think Shake can be better. Hopefully, he will become more efficient, I guess is the word. But I think from what he's given them off the bench, how the bench has been, I think he's been good. I think he's been, and I think he's been able to come in and even in those to end games, he's been able to be on the court. So he's positive. I like Shake. Before I was ready to get rid of him, let's trade him now. Now you have to try to keep him. Even though I think with this trade coming up, he might be out of here.
I think he might want that too. That's kind of my score for him is like a B. At times he's been a B plus, but I think overall he's a B. And favorite, Tyrese Maxey.
I don't know if you want to go to me on this one.
Well, let me just go back to Shake real quick. Shake, I'll give a B. You gave him a B.
Yeah, I
Shake,
think that's an
the fact that he maybe even a B plus. The fact that he changed his body, so that he a little bit contributed to the shooting sense, whatever. But he's more aggressive, though.
For sure.
He's more aggressive. He to me, he's like legit now. Where last year it was like,
it's almost like a gimmicky player. Like,
well,
I thought-
everybody has good moments. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Right?
I'm not taking anything.
Everybody has good moments. You know? Everybody has good moments. You know what I'm saying?
But you have to know when something's over and let it go. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But that takes time. It takes time. But anyway, I thought that he had a good moment last year. But this year, I'm like, he's legit. He's legit. Now I don't look at him and see JoJo sitting at him and him like crying like a little baby or whatever. Dude, he wasn't playing no D. He was getting sunned out there. That's why he's screaming on you. But now I'm like, you know what? This dude's legit. Maxey, he's still a baby. He's average right now. I'm giving him a C. But he has B plus potential. And dare I say, I look for him to make a smidge of an impact in the playoffs if he gets some time.
I was just saying, I don't think he's going to be in the rotation.
If he gets some time.
I don't think he's going to be on the team.
You think he's going to be part of the trade deal?
That's what I think.
Wow. Well, that shows that he has some value.
For sure.
Okay.
I'll give him a C plus. I think the time when Seth Curry was out, I think Shake might have been out too. He played well. It's
40 in one game. Yeah, 40.
He had 40 when everybody was out.
Yeah. 40, still 40.
No, there's no doubt. So I'll give him a C plus. I think he hasn't really been able to find all the teams there. And I think that I think he has he's the next AI potential that we were here. I think he could be a solid NBA player.
Yeah, that's my score. It's like a C plus at times. I still think that people were so hyped on him for that little stretch he had. But again, he's young. And I'm not going to say he couldn't live up to the pressure, but I still think he's got some time to go.
Well, everybody hits a rookie wall. So, you were going to see some passes, and then you hit that wall, and you know what I'm saying? So, that life is, I'll have to assume that NBA life is very different from the college life. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
It's just a little different. So, him getting used to things, and again, I say C. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm right there with it.
That's fair. Matisse Thybulle.
It's just happening. I love his defense, though. I love his defense.
Yeah,
I cringe when he shoots, but he couldn't shoot it. Here and there.
Yeah.
I like his defense. Like he plays outstanding defense to me.
It's crazy. The stats of like deflections and handle ball, he's like top 10 in the league. It's crazy.
Yeah, he's very good defensively. Offensively, he didn't take that next step that I thought he was going to.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Mikal Bridges, where like his rookie year he was kind of figuring out, and then next year he really turned it on. He's very good. So hopefully he can just take the. I'll give him like a B- because there's not that much to expect from him, and defensively he's really good.
Right.
And he's another I think the team are going to want any kind of trade.
Yeah, I think anything you do have is going to be centered around a guy like Matisse, a guy like Maggie.
That's the thing. That's sad because I like to because those pieces are I think are critical. Critical pieces. If I had to do anything, I'm like, yo, you know what? I get the Zach LaVine, but don't forget Zach had some injury history.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but I get that. Okay. But I'm intrigued by Tucker. Like, so I'm like, that might be peace right there.
And I think, not to get off the topic
No,
of this, but I think if you can go get, and I saw was, which I would do in a heartbeat, is Matisse and Maxey, and maybe Isaiah Joe. I think they said the third. Yes, the third Danny Green to make the money work, and then whatever the picks would be, your first round pick, second round, I mean, 2 round picks, and picks, whatever that is, for LaVine, and then something else that they had. But I think if you do make that move, I think now when these teams start to buy these guys out later in the season, after the trade deadline, people are going to really want to come to Philly. So I think if a PJ Tucker gets bought out, he's the guy that's going to say, "Oh, that's the spot I want to go."
Right.
Whereas, and I don't want Blake Griffin at all, but he's a guy like right now who's looking for a team, and he's like he put 4 teams that he wanted to play on. The Sixers aren't even on.
No, it was
But like so right now it's not even still like a good destination in people's minds.
to me, Blake Griffin. Off the bench, he's.
I don't know.
I have one.
I don't
know.
Somebody else hit the market, and I was surprised that Philly wasn't up there. But maybe it was Blake Griffin. He wasn't even mentioned.
He didn't.
He said the Blazers. I think he said the Clippers.
Somebody's about to go into the Nets. Who just hit the free? That's being going out.
It might be Blake because they're talking about Blake.
Yes,
From
Blake.
Brooklyn?
It was
Okay.
yeah, and
Okay.
that is exactly him. I mean, look, they were saying that you bring him off the bench. I mean, that strengthens it a lot.
He's garbage now.
I mean, but off the
he's
bench.
He's a different player.
He's a bum.
Yeah, I mean, people always joke once he dunked over the car, he hasn't been the same player.
He's a bum now.
But
He's a bum. You know what I'm saying? I'm big. I think that PJ Tucker could work.
I agree.
Could work. You know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause he satisfies both needs, but really it's just a traditional shooter.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? You got Joe. You just got to surround him. If LaVine is, I don't know. LaVine, I mean, he's been good for how long?
at least 3-4 seasons.
Yeah, 3, 4, 5.
Consistently good?
Yeah. And then
Not injury
He's only had one injury.
That was a major injury though. In Chicago,
Torn
right?
ACL.
That's Chicago? Well, that was in Minnesota.
Minnesota going to Chicago. He got traded that year.
Okay, so then in Chicago getting busy consistently.
Yeah.
it's because he's been out there and
Because
he's
he's in
not quiet.
Chicago, nobody talks about it. And you think about it, and if he comes here, he's now the second option, third option, instead of being the first option, the second option, and the third option in Chicago. That just makes his life easier, and I think that makes him better.
No, I
So
think
then we're talking what? What is that? Now we talk Benny, Harris,
Curry and Embiid.
Curry, and Embiid.
I mean that's
I
our
like
five is hard
I
to
like
match up. I think you
it a
need
lot.
those points because if you're going to beat Brooklyn, you got to be able to put up more points.
Brooklyn's not. They're gonna fall in the playoffs.
Maybe.
Maybe a lot. They're gonna fall.
I hope you're right, but I mean, I still
trying
think
to tell you.
that as a Sixers front office, though, you have to look and say, how can we match up with Brooklyn? And that's so you have to say that's the move. I mean, that's why I hope they do falter, but I do think if the Sixers are going to get to the NBA Finals, it's going to be getting through Brooklyn. So You know, I listen. I
completely
still
agree.
think Boston is
No.
scary.
I think Boston's gonna make a big move too before the trade deadline. And Boston hasn't been healthy at all. They're gonna be better than what they've been. I think Brooklyn and the Sixers right now are in tier by themselves.
Yeah, sure.
I think you have Milwaukee right behind them and Boston in there, those kind of teams. But
And Boston is on Kevin.
Oh,
So
speaking of, and I want this team I want to bring up because I know Knicks, New York Knicks,
they're balling.
are playing some great basketball.
They're balling.
And Julius Randle realized they were what is that seed right now?
They're balling. Because the Knicks gonna be a problem for somebody. First of all, I always like Randall. I've always liked Randall. I thought it was tough.
Well, he also expanded his game a lot. He was able to make add to the three to his game because he was more just an inside guy.
Yeah.
When he added
Maybe
that jumper,
tough inside.
he was. But now that he added that jumper, it's just a whole
Yeah.
level,
Yeah.
whole other level.
But I don't know if he's max money though. That's the thing, man. You know these guys go hard for the max, and then you get the max, and then you fall off a little bit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But I like Randall. I like Thibodeau. I like him. I like him as a coach. You know what I'm saying? So you knew they were going to do better. And I just didn't figure it out. I'm still not a big fan of RJ.
he's playing better.
That's what I hear. That's what I'm
But
hearing.
it's funny. He puts up numbers, but they're soft numbers.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of him. I don't know. I like Robinson. I like I never was a fan of Elder Pacey, but he's pretty decent. They're just playing, tough basketball. That's a good thing. It's good to see. Hopefully, they get some free agents. Levine in New York would be good. You know what I'm saying? He would be box office in New York.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of the big things is that New York needs to go get that star again.
I like to see New York versus New York. I like to see that. That
Well,
if the Brooklyn gets that 2 seed and then 7, I like to see that. That'd be pretty good.
That would be good for him.
Oh, there's one player we did miss out on, Mike Scott.
He's like a D.
Yeah, and to me, like
He's playing better recently. I think.
He's incomplete for me.
Yeah.
it's
fair.
a good grade.
Because
That's fair.
we're
Where you been? Right. That's
But
fair.
it's funny. You don't expect. For me, it's like, it's like Scott. And all of a sudden, I'm 2 threes in a row. And you're
That's
like,
fair. He's been hurt though.
yeah,
That's what the problem is.
he's been
Right.
hurt, and the guy who, when he's hurt, still tries to go,
Right.
which kind of and then he doesn't play well,
Right.
so it kind of hurts him. But it's
Yeah.
The other thing too is like with him that he's just such a good roster guy.
Yeah.
Because he lays out, you see him in the midst of everything
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah.
And how about obviously you can't do this without grading Doc Rivers, who's been phenomenal, who might be the coach of the year.
Doc is a B plus for me. He's B plus. A. B plus A. B
Well,
plus A.
so what does he do wrong?
He's lost some close games, man. He's lost some close games. He's still sticking with Darien. I'm a little upset about that. It's still to be determined. I'm saying? I want to see in the playoffs. That's where I think that we gotta really judge. I remember I participated in something not too long ago, and he told me, he said, listen, judge leadership in calm times. I'm like, hell no. Who judges leadership in calm times? You judge leadership in
Times of turmoil.
times of turmoil. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see how Doc performs in the playoffs, man. Because let's be real, that history's there, man. You know what I'm saying? Or him falling in the playoffs.
Right.
Okay, that's real. All right. I don't want to see that. And I've seen some times when the Sixers were up and they lost. You know what I'm saying? So you just hold them accountable. That's all. So I'll give him a B plus. Maybe A minus or something like that. But he's doing a great job on making me happy. You know what I'm saying? And the things that he's done for Tobias and even Curry, the moment he's been shining, and just really JoJo and Ben. They're match rating in front of our faces.
Yeah, they are.
You know what I'm saying? Just even by their language, the way they talk, it's just you see it. You know what I'm saying? So plus A.
I'll give him a B plus. When he first got hired, I wasn't I was So but I think he's done more than I thought he was going to be able to in such a quick time. But just like Jay said, it's none of this matters until we get to the playoffs, because that's going to really tell who we are. But where we are right now, I didn't think we were going to be here right now. So I think it's a good job.
And see, that's where I go with the A. But you guys said how he's gotten us where we're at. You're excited about it. And I mean, I guess also basing off what we had for the last 6 or 7 seasons, and those games we won, the elevation of players you see. So to me, that's why I give him an A. And if we're going to go up and down the roster, I guess Daryl Morey, you got to give him a top-notch grade.
I mean, I think his grade is going to be coming.
Soon.
I was going to say,
Soon.
I think his final exam is coming out.
It's come soon.
That's what's going to happen. I think he's going to have to. But like I said, overall, like I said, he kept us around right now. It's breaking all. In deck, you the final exam is coming up, and this is going to be like crunch time. I think that this second half is going to be exciting for the NBA. On the Western Conference and the Eastern Conference, because this is when they turn it on, and you start seeing the game matter a little bit.
Well, I see something. I mean, it's funny now because when we hear everybody, what my mind said, you know what? Games you see them like you.
He was like
It was like a.
Yeah.
It's
terrible, man.
Yeah.
Terrible.
What do you grade that? I grade that.
But here's the thing. I can relate to because I know you're shaking your head. Like, where are you going?
My little neck thing. Here, man.
I don't know.
No.
And so I know what he was doing. He shaped it wrong. As the problem. Why is he doing anything? You can learn to shape it so it's decent.
No.
But he's got to. It's terrible.
Oh, terrible.
Someone's got to tell him about that. No, I don't know, because it's like, and he just keep going. It keeps getting worse and worse and worse.
I always liked like a good coach. I'm saying, I like them. He coached Hawk and Dawk and Barkley and Horn, Dumping, you know what I'm saying? So Carter, but this kid, you gotta go.
He's got because he's doing a round. He's doing a long instead of angling it.
Okay.
He's going long. So I did that one time. It was like,
Okay.
terrible. It was terrible.
This is my thoughts, though. But anyway.
All right. With that said, we're going to quick commercial break. When we come back, we want to let's get it right back after this.